Now, lesson 1.3 is about solving quadratic equations by factoring. And our memory verse today is found in Jeremiah 17, verses 7 and 8. It says, "Blessed is the man who trusts in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord. He is like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream and does not fear when heat comes, for its leaves remain green, and is not anxious in the year of drought, for it does not cease to bear fruit." At the end of this lesson today, you'll be able to solve quadratic equations by factoring. And the second is we solve problems involving quadratic equations. It's similar to what we did yesterday, solving for the roots, and the second will be on problem solving. But before we go to our venture activity, let's have a very brief review on factoring. We have encountered multiplying polynomials in grade 7. We also have division of polynomials. And in grade 8, your first lesson is about special products and factoring. So this time, we'll just have a review, okay? Again, a review, not the first view. So let's move faster. Now, how do we factor polynomials? First method is we can look for the GCF, or we call it the greatest common factor. Now, what's the GCF of the three terms? For example, if we have 3x plus 3y minus 3z, what is common in each of the term? You see, each has, oh, very good. Each has a 3. So 3 will be the GCF. Then we divide. 3x divided by 3. We're left with x. 3y divided by 3. We have positive y. Negative 3z divided by 3. We have negative z. So this now is the factor of the one we have on top. Or if there are no common terms among all the terms, like for example, we have x squared minus 10x plus 25. You might think, what's the common? Is x the common? But only 2 has x. The last one doesn't have an x. So x is not a common. Or you might think, is 5 the common factor? But the first one does not have a factor of 5. So what is the GCF? In that case, if all the terms do not have something in common, then we do the trial and error method. That's what will I teach you today. Now, let's have a brief review. Let's start with number 1. Okay, in your chat box, x squared plus 7x. What's the common? What is common? In the chat box, type what is the common. Very good. The common is x. So we place x outside. Then we divide all the terms by x. I think you could do it this way. Divide by x, divided by x. So x squared divided by x. Again, when we divide variables, same variables, we just subtract the exponents. So 2 minus 1, so 1x. 7x divided by x, we cancel the x, we're left with 7. So this is now the factor for x squared plus 7x. Next, how about number 2? We have a trinomial. It means 3 terms, 1, 2, and 3. There's no common, so let's do the trial and error method. Here, let me teach you a technique. If the last term, you look at the last number, the constant. If the last term is positive, it means they have the same signs. If the last term is negative, they have different signs. Now, how do we do it? You look at the last term. It's positive, right? So they have the same signs. You look at the first term. What's the numerical coefficient? It's 1. So here, let's do the trial and error method. What are the factors of 1? We say 1 times 1, right? 1 times 1 equals 1. Next, 36. What are the factors of 36? Let me have a guess first. 4 and 9. That's why it's called trial and error method, because we keep on trying until we get the correct answer. Next, we will do cross multiplication. So 1 times 9, 9. 1 times 4 plus 4. If you add them, the answer is 13. But the middle term is not 13. It's 12. So it means our combination is wrong. Let's try again. That's why it's called the trial and error method. What are other factors of 1? No other factors, right? 1 and 1. How about 36? Oh, very good. We have 6 and 6. Let's do cross multiplication. So 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 6 is 6. You add them, the answer is 12. The same, right? So this will be our combination. How will you write this in factors? The first one, you'd place with the same variable, x and x. So our factors will be x plus 6 times x plus 6. Or another way to write it, x plus 6 squared. That's a very easy one. Let's try let's go to number 4 first. Let's try number 4. Ready? Oh, what are the factors of 25? In the chat box, possible factors. Very good. 5 and 5. Next, plus 1. Positive, so same signs. Okay. What are the factors of 1? 1 and 1. Let's cross multiply. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 1 plus 5. The answer is 10. Very good. It's the same with our middle term. So what will be the factors? You write x and x. 5x plus 1. The other is also 5x plus 1. Let's go to number 5. Ready? Oops, wait. Let's go to number 5 first. I'll solve here. Number 5. 1. First term. What are the factors of 1? We have 1 and 1. Next, negative 36. So it means negative for the last term. They have different signs. What are the factors of 36? 18 and 2. But they must be in different signs. Which will take the negative number? You look at the middle term. It's negative, right? So the bigger number gets the negative sign. Let's now solve. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times negative 18, negative 18. So if you add 2 minus 18, the answer is negative 16. Very good. So it's the same. Let's write our factors. X, it's negative 18, so minus 18. And the other is x plus 2. Very good. Let's go to number 3. Ma'am, I can solve it by extracting the square roots, right? X squared minus 16. In one glance, you know the answer is plus and minus 4. But you can also solve it using factoring. How will you do it? Here. If we have in this format, x squared minus a number, the factors will be square root of the first, x, x. Square root of the second, 4, 4. The first, the other one will be the plus, and the other one will be the minus. So we say x plus 4 times x minus 4. Now, do you have any questions?